Good morning. If it is your first time being here, my name's Jenny. In my spare time crochet. I love to crochet all the things, and it's all about chatting, works in progress, yarn, all things crochet basically. And we're building a lovely little community over here, so thank you for being here. If you're returning, thank you so much. Let's get into today's video. So if you are returning, you may notice that I was pretty sure I was getting sick last week. I was correct. I'm still not, I'd say I'm 95%, but I'm still not there. Influenza kicked my ass big time. I've been so sick all week. It was my first week of school holidays. I had all these grand plans that involved a lot of crochet as well as catch-ups with friends and family, but that just was not happening. Unfortunately, I have spent the most of the week in bed. So anyway, it is what it is. Could be worse, right? But yeah, aside from a lingering cough that's driving me nuts, aside from that, I'm so much better. So yeah, but I guess, having said that, there was obviously a few days where I did zero crochet, zero. I was pretty much in bed watching trash TV. But I did, once I started to turn a little bit of a corner, I did get a little bit of crochet done. So I do have some finished objects to show you. So I think we will start with the World Amigurumi Tour hosted by Cassandra at Craftably Ever After. If you haven't heard, it is based on this book, Whimsical Stitches by Lauren Espy, and there are currently 2 books traveling around, one in the US and then the other one, we're calling that the international one, and I think it's currently in Portugal, I want to say. I could be wrong. The book will be coming to me eventually in Australia. I'm the second last on the list. So I'll have one of 2 choices left to make, but that's okay. But I have been keeping up with what the people on the international list have been making. So I did need to make the cookies, so I did that. I made a choc chip cookie and one of the frosted cookies. I just used a cotton blend, and I think they turned out really cute, so happy with those. I then excuse me, I then made the piece of pie. I made mine cherry. Whenever I hear cherry pie, all I can think of is the song. Gets stuck in my head. But anyway, this little guy turned out rather cute, I think, as well. Again, just a cotton blend that I've used there. I think the cherry colour is from Spotlight, and the other one I think is one from Hobby, however you like to say it. So anyway, I'm caught up, I'm up to date there. I've emailed my pictures to Cassandra so they can become part of her blog. You should go check it out. I'll pop a link below. It's really interesting to see how many people are joining in from all over the world. It's really cool. Okay, finished. I also did manage, because I had sold, I only had one in stock, but I did sell that and posted that off in last week's video. But I made another 2 Harper doll carriers. I've said before, this is my pattern. So I've made this one in green with a little love heart, and I made a really pretty pink one with a mushroom applique there. So super happy with how they turned out. I usually use either a blanket yarn or this one is Premier Basics Chenille. Both of them are really soft, and it makes them really nice and comfortable for your little ones to wear. So I had a few sales lately. The pattern is in my Etsy shop and on my website, but yeah, I am noticing a number of like extra sales popping up recently, so that's exciting. Yes. Oh, and I've got another one on the hook. This is one of the glitter, the blanky glitter from Spotlight. So this one will be a little larger to fit an older child, but they will be being listed probably on my Etsy, I would say. Yeah, so I did get those done. So considering the week I've had, I think that was pretty productive actually. Now I did, I'm jumping all over the place here. This morning I did attempt to make a small pair of booties. Hopefully I've got some footage here, or at least a photo of some socks in our NRL team's colours that I did for my son-in-law. It's his birthday tomorrow. We're going out for lunch today, so I'm going to be able to gift those to him as part of his present. And I'm really hopeful that I've got some footage that I'm going to be able to pop in here of him receiving the slippers, knittens as he likes to call them. Anyway, I think, you know, hopefully they are or were as well received as what I'd hoped. Anyway, what I was saying is that I did try to, the only thing was I didn't have a pattern, because the pattern I followed for his ones was obviously an adult pattern. So I was really making it up using the same kind of stitches, and I was going okay for a bit, but then I think they're going to be too small for my grandson. Did I even say that I was trying to make a matching pair for my grandson, which is what he wanted. But yeah, I just wasn't quite happy with it, and then I'm a bit pushed for time, so I will do those at a later date, I think. Now we're getting to the stage of some yarn acquisitions, let's say. I did receive this week in the mail a big Spotlight order that I had placed from I think the week before, when they had their 50% off yarn sale. So I'll pop some footage in here of what I was able to grab. I could have gone crazy because, you know, there was some really good savings to be had, but I grabbed a heap of the Spot Saver, the 4 Seasons USA Spot Saver yarn. It is like a 10 ply or Aran weight acrylic, great for blankets, wearables, etc. There's lots of color choices. Litza, I know it's your favorite, so I do hope that you shop the sale as well. But yeah, I stocked up on some of that. Excuse me. I stocked up on some of that, and I also stocked up on some of the blanket yarn. A lot of these blanket yarns I do use for my Harper doll carriers. I have also used them for turtles in the past. Depending on what you're making, blanket yarn can be a bit hard to work with, but these I find are quite good. And I also have been making a heap of fidgets, as you may have seen. While we're on the topic of yarn, there is a new brand. If you use Plush Yarn, there is a new brand that has just launched in Australia by a lovely young girl called Larissa. I've been chatting with her for a little while, and she was kind enough to send me out a heap of her new yarn to try. And I have to say I am impressed. The brand is called Scarli, and this is her first, what would you say, variant? No, her first line. Her first line is called Teddy Bakery. If you are familiar with Parfait Chunky, for example, that's probably always been my go-to yarn when it comes to making little plushies. And I'd say this is very, very comparable. If anything, it might be marginally thicker, and I mean marginally. They're both listed as a 6, a super bulky weight, but as you may know with Parfait Chunky, it probably is more of 5. This might be the case as well. It does recommend a, what does it recommend? A 6 by the look of it, a size 6 hook, I think. Unfortunately, I haven't had time to work anything up yet, but I will be for upcoming videos. It feels really nice, and I really do think that this is going to probably replace my Parfait Chunky. She has a number of colours already, and I do believe she is planning on adding to that. I'll show you the ones that she sent me. This is Lime. We have Chocolate. That's a great colour for little teddy bears. We have Poppy. This is beautiful. Sapphire. Love it. Snow. Steel. Banana. It's really pretty. Lilac. Ballet Pink. And this one is Sand. I have caked this one because I have a feeling it was damaged in transit. It was very strange actually, because it seemed like it had been a bit wet, yet it was packaged. I don't know what happened in transit, but either way, it did seem to sort of dry out a little bit, and then anyway, I've caked it but it's a really, really pretty colour. Yeah, she also has a really, really beautiful orange on her website, as well as like a nice neon pink, and there's a really pretty baby blue as well. So I really look forward to keeping up with what colours she gets in. Now, obviously, as I said, I was fortunate enough to have these gifted to me, and I'm so grateful, Larissa. I'm going to have a link for her store below. They do retail for $9 Australian each. Now, I've double checked. Now, where I would normally get my Parfait Chunky in Australia, I normally pay probably $8 on sale. So there's only $1 difference, and I'd rather, you know, support an Australian business, especially a new one. So yeah, she's going to be getting some of my business, which is great. Not that I've been making as many plushies, but having said that, I absolutely love making turtles, and I've only ever really made one cow, but I quite like making cows as well. So watch this space to see what I make with these. Other than, the price, $9, there's not quite as much meterage in these, but I do think it's because it does feel slightly thicker to me than the Parfait Chunky, which I like. And excuse me, I certainly do hope that she expands the range to include a similar weight to the Parfait XL, because I really like that. So I'm going to ask her if that's in her vision at all. But yeah, thank you very much, Larissa. As I said, I can't wait to use that. I also wanted to do a bit of an update on my Year of Granny Squares cowl that is starting in a couple of weeks, or a few weeks now. I'm going to be starting on the 1st of August. I did spend some of my time yesterday creating a bit of a progress tracker, and you don't have to download it, but I'm going to make it available to anyone that would like it. I have also set up a private Facebook group for the KAL, which some of you have joined already. If you are participating in the Crochet Along and you would like to join that group, please either let me know what your email address is and I will send you a link, or you can just get on Facebook and search the group, A Year of Granny Squares KAL, and then put in a request to join the group and I will approve you. So that's just a place where we can chat. Excuse me. Where we can chat, share pictures of our squares, ask any questions you might have if you are struggling with a particular square. Yeah, but it's getting close now, and I'm quite excited, and I'm really impressed by the number of people that are going to be joining along. So yeah, check that out. If it's your first time being here and you're not sure what this is all about, I will link my original video below for you to have a look at, which has a little bit more information. We're going to have a few prizes. Yeah, it's quite light-hearted, whilst the idea is to crochet a granny square per week from the book. There's no pressure. You know, if you have a bad week, not much time, do two the next week, or you know, whatever. There's no pressure. It's just a bit of fun and a nice community project. And speaking of community, before I wrap up this video, there has been a number of you that have given me little shout outs, and I always really appreciate it. And I had another little one this morning, Marsha from Mimi Makes Keepsakes. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. Apparently we're crochet besties now. I'm down for that. Thank you, Marsha. That was really, really sweet. And I have had, you know, a pretty, what I think is a significant jump in subscribers just even in the last week. So, and I know that is probably quite possibly thanks to a lot of you lovely people, Pamela, Sally, Litza, Cassandra, Marsha, for your little shout outs. So thank you so much. I do appreciate it. And it's the old crochet community here on YouTube is alive and well. So yeah, thank you. Love you all. But I think before I have another little coughing fit, I think I will wrap that up. I hope you are all well and managing to avoid a lot of the illness going around at the moment, because it sucks. But as I said, could always be worse. So here's to hopefully getting a bit more crochet time in this week, and you know, maybe doing some of the things that I'd planned for last week. But either way, thanks for being here, and I do hope to see you again next week. Bye for now. Whips. Whips and James. If you're familiar with plush yarn, yeah, and look, I haven't had time to use it. I'm babbling.